Friends, good evening, everybody. So, today's topic is very important in terms of a club's headache, managing the club's headache of collection of membership dues. So, before I starting, I just want to ask everybody, and I want a message to come in, just a informal discussion. I want everybody to write what is your 1 hour time cost. Means if you calculate the cost of your 1 hour. What is the cost of your 1 hour? I want everybody to write. So I could see someone said priceless, 10,000 bucks, 5,000 bucks. That is 1 hour is 5,000 bucks. 1 hour is 10,000 bucks. I like someone said free. I like that person. So now, so now look at the figures. I want everybody to see these figures in the chat. The figures of everybody's cost per hour is costless, priceless. I know because every minute costs money or time. Every time costs money. Friends, in Rotary, for collection of membership dues, how much time you need? Tell me the real practical thing. Imagine you are a president or a treasurer of a club. For collection, imagine you have 50 members in your club. Each member, how many times you need to make a phone call? How many times you need to communicate to them? And there are chances you'll have to go to their place, collect the check, as if the money is coming into your bank account, which is not true. The money is going to the club. But look at the struggle that every club has to do in collection of this money. Let's say I have 122 members in my club. Trust me, my president will struggle even today to collect the money. So, what is the time that we need to spend to collect this money? Can someone give me that figure? How many hours you need to collect? Just give me a random figure. How many hours we need to collect membership dues of our club? Put any figure. I'm fine in the approximation figure. 50 hours. So Sri Kumar Nair says 50 hours. Someone says 20 to 30 hours. Someone says till next June 30th. 120 hours, 1 month. Friends, when we say on average, our 1 hour is worth 5,000 bucks. I'm putting an average figure here, okay? And if at all I'm taking 50 hours to collect my membership due, how much of business loss that you are going to be doing in terms of collection of membership due? Do you feel it is worth doing that? Do you feel it? And second thing is, I'm just giving very practical problems everywhere. When you ask for money from the club dues, from a senior member in the club, or PDGs, or the major donors, or the person who's actually donating for all the good causes in the club, but he has forgotten to make the membership due payment. So difficult for you to keep calling up and asking him, well, boss, membership due payment is pending of yours. So can you please, we are not started a recording of this. Hold on. Yeah, recording is on. So look at the difficulty in collection of this. Can you tell me in any club on July 10th, my club gets all the money. Out of 267, I want that message by July 10th, I am getting all the money. Tell me how many clubs. You can say yes or no. I want that yes or no. Yes, by July 10th, my club gets all the funds in my club. I can see hardly one or two yes and the rest all or no. Why? Because it is not practical that every member will be so attentive to give the money on that. If not that they do not want to pay. It is that is a casual attitude also sometimes, and plus how much time you need to even burn to collect those headaches. So I have another point to discuss about it. Give me a second. Even let's say you have all the energy to make a call, communicate to them, and they say I'll make a payment in next 7 days. Do you have a time again to call them after 7 days? Do you have time to call everybody, boss? 7 days ho gaya. can you make the payment? You can't do it. So you are expecting the member to remember himself after 7 days in making payment. Second, the member makes a payment. He transfer the money to the account. Let's take a good option. Okay, he has transferred the money to the account, but he has forgotten to tell you. Now, the money is come into the account, but you don't know who has made the payment. Whether Narendra Rao has made the payment, or is it Kiran has made the payment, or is it Hemant ji has made the payment, or is it Subhash Verma ji has made the payment. I don't know. Why? Because the money is gone from my company account and I don't know who has made a payment. So that means it's again a tough task to reconcile this. That means even if I want to make a phone call to say DG Prashant Rajji, sir, आपका payment बाकी है. I am not sure whether he has made a payment or not because he has transferred the money but not informed to me. So friends, this is the problem that every club faces. Third is my bank account is shared to them, but they need to add the bank account, create those particular tool and do it. They'll say, okay, boss, I'm making the payment today. And because of that lengthy process of adding the bank account and doing it, ठीक है मैं कल सुबह कर लेता हूँ. I'll remember tomorrow morning and I'll do it. So friends, this is what every club is facing. Every club is facing this problem. So what we have done is we created a tool where now imagine a condition where this tool is available to only club president, secretary, and treasurer to send a reminder automatically by email and by WhatsApp. So let's say I'm the treasurer of my club. By email and WhatsApp, all my 122 members in the club gets a reminder on July 1st. Friends, your so and so is due, and this is the bank account number, and this is the online payment link that you want to make a payment. On July 1st, a trigger of mail and a WhatsApp goes to them. I'm repeating it. On July 1st, email and a WhatsApp goes to them. On July 10th, I have some payments coming to my system. Plus, imagine I have some 25 notifications saying that Prashant Raj Sharma has paid. Please approve. Hemant has paid. Please approve. Subhash Verma ji has paid. Please approve. So I go there as a treasurer, open it. I can see Prashant Raj Sharma's check number or his transaction ID or the photograph of his check. I just confirm with the bank statement as Prashant Raj is paid. Approve. The moment I click on approve in the button, because I'm the treasurer of my club or the president or secretary of my club, Prashant Rajji will get a automated receipt from the system. So he need not again follow it up. Boss, मेरा receipt तो भेजो मैंने payment दिया है. Again, this is the problem. I collect the money, but I don't give a receipt. Why? Because I have other business also of mine. I don't have Rotary is not my 24/7 work. So that means Prashant Raj Sharma, as a member of my club, has an option to go into the system and type, okay, this is the check that I have deposited, or I have given cash to Narendra Rao. So it's Narendra Rao's responsibility to deposit in the bank, or I have transferred this amount to the system, and this is the transaction ID. Plus, my record keeps everything. I know 25 people have paid the money. So imagine on July 15th, I want to put another reminder. That reminder will not go to the persons who have made the payment. And that too, the system tracks it. If Narendra Rao has made a payment of say semi-annual one, I will not get any reminders till 31st of December. Why? Because my first semi-annual payment is made. But Hemantji, who has not made a payment, will get a reminder in WhatsApp and email when I trigger it on July 15th. Subhash Verma ji has made a full payment, that is the entire amount for a whole year. Now Subhash ji will not get a reminder for the entire year. His receipt is also gone, chapter is closed. So tomorrow when my governor comes to my club for the governor's official visit, I'm sure one of the document is even showing them the payment collected of the members. One click, I can download this entire report and it's all available to the system. So friends, so this is what is the story. I want to show you live now how simple this process is. I want you to see how simple as a member to make the payment, and then we will discuss on how this can be implemented in our club. So give me a second. And imagine this link also is available on your mobile application of Rotary India. In your club module, once this is activated, there's a button called as membership dues. When I click on the membership dues, I'll have a drop down of members and I can go and make the payment. So I'm just showing the link in a minute. I'm sharing the screen. So when you click on the link, you get a page like this. Imagine it's your club. You get a page and it shows your details about your membership dues and what is your annual membership fee and your semi-annual fee. Everything is detailed here. Now I select my name. So this is a dummy data, so don't worry. So now it says my payment is, if I make it annual, semi-annual one or a semi-annual two. Now I say I want to make the payment of annual payment. So I select the entire payment option. Now I have an option whether to make a payment from credit card, debit card, or all the options, or I make a payment offline. Let me select the option of offline because that's the normal condition that we all do. We all pay by the check or a cash or NEFT in the current scenario now. Now, when I select this, I have an option of selecting NEFT, cash, or a check. Example, I'm making a payment by NEFT. So when I select NEFT, now it asks me to put a photograph of it. That means this transaction image, I can add it here. I can write the transaction ID, date. Examples, I made a payment today, 24th, and I can put a remark, transferred to club's account. And I can also add a photograph to this and transaction ID 12345 6 example. And I can add a photograph to this. Example, I'm just putting a image to that example and click on the submit button. I'll not submit because it gets into the live data. So I can click on the submit button. The moment I put on submit button, my club president, my club secretary, my club's treasurer will get an email notification saying that someone has requested that someone has said that they have made a payment. This is not a confirmation to the club. It is just a information. That means I have added a transaction ID. I'm informing my club that I made a payment. And this is my transaction ID. This is the image of my this thing. Now, once I do this, the club takes care of the process. Now I'll explain you, I'll show you how that it works too. Give me a second. So the club president will get a data that so and so has made a payment and he has given the cash to a particular person, and I had just the club president has to just approve it once he's sure that the payment is received. The moment he clicks on the approve button, once the person has made a payment, will get a receipt with the details about also the offline made a payment, entire data is gone to him. So that means even the receipt confirming that the payment is done. Now imagine the club member has not actually made a payment. So instead of approving it, I will reject it as a club treasurer. If I reject, the person who has made this comment saying that I made a payment will get an email saying that the payment is not received. So imagine that Narendra Rao has made a check payment and by mistake I have not added my signature there. So my check is bounced. So instead of commenting on it or calling the club member to say that boss your check is bounced, you can just go into the button and click on the reject option where this message will go with a comment in this particular remark. The can you see this club's remark? In this you can mention cash is not received or a check is bounced or there is no signature in the check, whatever you want to comment on it. So it becomes a documental evidence too that you have rejected because of this particular reason. So friends, so this entire story is for offline. Offline is I have made a payment by check, NEFT or directly, but not through a payment gateway. So that means it is a process where when I make a payment even by NEFT, once I inform it, my club has to check it in the bank account, confirm that the payment is received, and after that they will have to approve it. Yes, we have received the payment. Clear? Now I'll show you one more step where I'm making a payment online where I'm not involving anybody in my club. Just see this now. It's a completely automated process. So don't worry, Raki ji will answer all the questions once the presentation is over. We will ask everybody's questions will be answered and clear. Don't worry. Let me open that link again. Now I'm coming back to the earlier point. I'm just refreshing this, selecting my name again. Here I selected annual and instead of offline option, I selected the online option and I click on pay button. The moment I click on the pay button, it goes into the credit card option, debit card or whatever the payment gateway option where I can make the payment in any of the options, whether I want to pay by wallets, credit card, debit card, or even by net banking, whichever of my convenience, I can make the payment. Let's say I click on the credit card, select my credit card number, I can do it, or whatever options I can do it. The moment I do it, the credit card, there is no option of any negotiation. Moment it collects the money, system will generate an automated receipt. So I do not need to send an approval option. I do not want my club president or secretary or treasurer to say I approve it or reject it. No, there is no requirement at all. The moment I make the payment, the club president, secretary, treasurer gets the information that Narendra Rao has made the payment. Now, this was what happens on a member side. Now let's go and see how will this be seen for a club treasurer. How will a club treasurer see this on his screen and how he can generate a report? How difficult or how easy it is for him to see. So just taking you to that screen, give me a second. Let me just come back to the normal screen. I'm sure you all know, or you will also, people who come new who are just got into Rotary India, please understand every club president, secretary, treasurer of current year as well as for the next year will get the admin rights. And once you log in through the admin into rotaryindia.org, you will get into a dashboard like this, where it's your club's dashboard in Rotary India. So it's a very simple buttons where you can actually do a lot of work. And today's topic being the membership due, I'm not discussing on these parts. Last week we covered the topic of how to enter the information in the directory. So now I'm getting into the membership due button. So imagine if someone has made an offline payment. When I log in, I get a pop-up here because now I there is no pop-up, so the pop-up is not there, and that pop-up will directly take you to the membership due button. Now, when I click on this, there is a simple structure here. It shows who has made the payment and who's not made the payment. Example, here you can see one person called as Ajit has made the payment. So there is an option for sending him the receipt again. But another person has not made the payment, and you can actually see the button here as unpaid, and there is an option to send a reminder to them. Can you see this? When I click on this button, it will send a reminder to them. Let me just see my name. I'll just show you that. Now I click on a reminder. The reminder will come to me. The content of the reminder also is here. And when I click on this button, I will get a reminder as I not made the payment. Example. Or if I click on the WhatsApp button, I will get a reminder on WhatsApp to me. Here I just selected my own name, so I'll get the reminder on my screen to myself. Now, this is about writing about individual reminders, which is a pain again. Why? Because I have 100 people who have not paid the payment in my club. So then how it works? I have option to send a reminder here directly to all the unpaid members of my club. Can you see these buttons here? Send WhatsApp reminder to all the unpaid members. Click here to send email reminder to all the unpaid members. So when I click on this button, it will ask a question, yes, and immediately it will generate an email with their details to every member that you have not made a payment. Now, if someone has made a payment offline and you got an email of approval, as I said that time, so that time their name comes on the top in a different color. So that means you need to imagine that on July 10th, as I said, out of 122 people, 22 people have made the payment. So you will see 22 in the top list with the option for me to approve it here, which will come automatically. So I just need to click on the button and approve if I'm sure that the payment is done. Or I need to reject it in case I have not seen the payment. This condition, as I said, approval and rejection is only for the offline payment part. And for the online payment, where someone has made a payment by credit card or debit card or anything, there is no question of this option. Don't worry about these messages you won't see on the screen. It is some tool. I don't know how to close this. So it shows that my meeting is ended, which is the meeting is not ended. Don't worry. So what I'm trying to explain is when it's an online payment, there is nothing called as approval. The system takes care of it and it sends everything. When it's an online pay, I mean the online payment, there is no system taking care of it. Everything is taken care automatically. When it's an offline payment, the public has made a payment through the system. You don't need to. You need to go and approve or reject it. Now, my governor is coming to my club today, or where I have a meeting in my club where I need to show a report in my club assembly as who has made the payment and who has not made the payment. I'm just clicking on this report. Look at this report now. Downloaded the report. Now I click on this report and the report comes like this. Now look at the colors here. All those who have made a payment, it shows in green, and who has not paid a payment, it shows in red. Now, I'm sure you know in Excel how to filter this. I can just filter it by saying I don't want the people list of who has made the payment. Who's not made the payment, I'll get the list right away. Or I want to make the list of only those who has paid. I can see the list here. So I can take a printout of this and share it to my club. Do you think this is a product which is a necessity for every club? I need a message in the chat box now. I'll take the question answer session, Rakesh. You don't worry. I'll take everybody's question answer session. So, do you feel I need a message in the chat box? Do you think this is a necessary for every club to save huge amount of money? And I'm repeating the first story. My each hour costs minimum 5,000 bucks, and this system can save huge amount of those 5,000 rupees of hours.